Episode 12 of Big Deke News, Friday, January 21st. We have a couple Steelers quarterback interviews to go over, and also a lot of Penguins. About 2 days ago, Steelers quarterbacks Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins did interviews that were posted to the Pittsburgh Steelers YouTube channel. I would like to say that I highly suggest that you guys go check them out, but to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to learn anything new. Because my biggest takeaway from the interviews is that both these guys are excited to get a chance to compete. Both guys think they are starting quarterbacks in the NFL and want to get a chance to show that, particularly for the Steelers. Newsflash, we didn't need either of these interviews to know that, but you know what? Your boy Deke did a little extra, may have found some sound bites that are of interest. Haskins talked a lot about this past season and learning under a Hall of Famer in Big Ben, and also how he was a Big Ben fan / Steelers fan growing up, and how this is like kind of his dream job. But also he talked about the definition of mobility and what it can mean for the offense next year.
I think that he's defining quarterback mobility as a person that can extend plays, not necessarily a Lamar Jackson type or, a guy that can, take off for 60 yards, but a guy that can get a first down, be able to, move around the pocket, make a guy miss. Kind of the way that young Ben was. He preaches a lot about how young Ben was, like a Josh Allen type early on in his career.
So all this mobility talk doesn't necessarily include the run options that we all associate with Canada's system. Why the hell do we have Canada then? For Mason, he said he watched back on the 2019 tapes when he was the starter. I'm sure there's some type of joke to be made here, but I'd rather not. Dude was just being honest, being vulnerable, saying, yeah, I watched back on 2019. A lot of mistakes, trying to learn from them, be a better quarterback going forward. And isn't that something, we're all trying to do? Learn from our mistakes, move on, be better. Let's cut him some slack. Mason also said that he likes Canada's system.
I enjoy his offense. I enjoy the jet motion, the shifting, and pre-snap. I think it does a good job. I think it helps us disguise.
I mean, it does look like Matt Canada will be back next season as the Steelers offensive coordinator. So what else was Mason going to say here? Should he have said the system sucks and Ben's final season was absolutely hijacked by the shitty play calling? Actually, that has a nice ring to it. Yeah, Mason, actually, yeah, that's what you should have said. I hate hockey betting. I truly do. All I simply wanted to do last night was parlay a Jari shutout with the Penguins' money line. I couldn't do that on FanDuel. Then I go to DraftKings. Okay, I could at least do the Jari shutout, but I can't parlay that with the Penguins' money line. I have to do the puck line. Penguins minus 1.5 goals. Listen, I get it. I wasn't going to hit the bet anyway because the Senators scored early in the first period. But even aside from that parlay, the goddamn puck line, when I can't bet Penn's money line because the odds are so shitty, I have to give up a goal and a half and then still only get minus 130. There's just something that doesn't sit right with me giving up a goal and a half considering the low-scoring nature of hockey when a ton of scores are like 3-2 or 2-1. And that takes me back to the shitty money line odds that they give to the favorites. Which I get. These teams are the favorites. They're supposed to win. Give them shitty odds. But all I want to do is take those odds and get them closer to even by doing a simple parlay. Maybe parlay a player point with the team win. But no, I can't even do that. The only options you'll give me is a player goal with the team win, which I hate because goals seem really fluky in hockey and have no rhyme or reason to them game by game. At least with points, I feel like whenever I bet that, I have more control over it. Essentially, I'm pretty much fed up. Any advice would be appreciated in the comments. Let me know what your guys' strategy is because I'm missing left and right. Now let's talk about the actual hockey game that took place last night. Penguins get off to a really nice start. Go up 1-0. My bet, looking awesome. Not too long after that, the Senators tie it up. My bet, not looking awesome. I'm like, damn, you know what? There goes my investment. So I go take the dogs for a walk. It was fucking freezing cold last night. But then when I get back, I missed the first period, and Pens are up 3-1. I missed out on all the action. Actually, should have been 4-1 if it wasn't for this stupid-ass challenge. The second period then starts, and it's all Penguins. They go up 5-1. Game pretty much locked up. Then something interesting happened in the third period where the Penguins started acting like Oprah and started pointing to the Senators players, you get a goal. You get a goal. You get a goal. And the score is all of a sudden 5-4. Level heads prevail, and Gensel scores on an empty net, padding his stats in the process, getting his goal total up to 21 now on the season. Penguins end up winning 6-4. That means Penguins puck line, actually success. Jari shutout, though, not even close to a success. But don't blame all 4 goals on Jari because the defense, again, was looking like Swiss cheese. And for the third time in 4 games, the Penguins let up over 40 shots. Star of the night was obviously Matheson, 2 goals, 1 assist for a total of 3 points. This was actually the defenseman's first 3-point game in about 2 seasons. Congratulations on that. And now what we all want to talk about. There was a fight. Actually 2, but the one we're mainly going to discuss is the one that happened in the waning seconds of the game. Marino faced off against Tkachuk and got smoked. Listen, we appreciate the effort, but as Pittsburgh representing the city, we can't be going out like this. We absolutely can't. I know we won the game, but we can't be losing fights. And it shouldn't be rewarded either with this stupid-ass hat. We need to go back to the glory days of Penguins fighting. The only solution is to enroll Marino in fight training lessons with LaRock. And what's exciting about all this Penguins news is we get to go from the recap now to the preview, because the Penguins have another game tonight, 7 o'clock on the road against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Having a back-to-back like this kind of sucks. You're at home. Now you got to go on a little bit of a road trip. Granted, Columbus isn't that far, but it's okay because Columbus has a back-to-back too, as they played the Flyers last night, won 2-1, but they got to travel from Philly back to Columbus. So even playing field. And with this being the second game in consecutive nights for both of these teams, it's looking like it'll be a backup goaltender battle. DeSmith in net for the Penguins. Whereas with the Blue Jackets, I have no clue who they're going to be putting out there. The Blue Jackets are a 500 team and are a little lackluster in the star department, as they don't have one player on their roster at least averaging 1 point per game. Their player with the highest total is Borkstrand, who has 26 points in 34 games. I have no doubts about the Penguins' ability to put the puck in the net. All we got to do in this one is clean up our act on defense, because the margin for error will be that much thinner because the Blue Jackets are a better team as opposed to the Senators last night. Just remember what happened in the Kings game. So I expect the Penguins to win tonight, but I have no clue what I'm going to do about my investments. I'm disheveled right now. But luckily, the money I used in last night's parlay was money I had in a DraftKings account. It was old money that I completely forgot about. So we won't count it against our losses. That's Big Deke investing rule number 6. If you find money you forgot about in one of your accounts, that money was already lost. Now it's just house money. Only count it if you win. And that's it for the Big Deke news for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay chillin' and peace.